Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV and Boat, coming to you from the Broughton Archipelago, which is just off northern Vancouver Island on the BC coast. Been here a little while, enjoying the peaceful atmosphere. Not too many boats around here and so many little anchorages to choose from in all the different islands. So I just came back from resupplying over in Port McNeill, and I had a request from a commenter or viewer to let them know how we provision the boat for these long journeys into remote areas. Sometimes we'll go for like 3 weeks before we get back to a town to resupply. I'm no expert by any means for boating. We've only been doing it recently. We got the boat last year, spent a few months on it, and we've done a few months this year. But we have full-time RVed for 13 years now, and we've gone south and boondocked a lot off-grid, so we have some experience there of, you know, what kind of things to carry to keep us off-grid for a while, not having to go anywhere near civilization. So just since we've just resupplied, I thought I'd do a video and let you know how we provisioned the boat for food and water and fuel, that sort of thing. So here's the video, show you how we have set up the boat and where we store the stuff. Oh. Sounds like either seagulls or maybe oyster catchers over there. Anyway, well, let's get to the video. Let's start with the dry food storage. So we're just 2 people, so we use this front kind of sleeping. It's a cabin, kind of a V-berth. 2 people could sleep in here, but we use it mostly for storage. On this side is tools and supplies that I have. I'll leave that open because I need to get into the anchor locker. But on this side is all our dry food storage. We've got towels and stuff here, but you can see all along here different dry foods all stacked along there. More of kind of lighter weight stuff. We have a big box here with more dry food. All kinds of dry food in there. It's kind of our treat box there, candies and stuff. And we have kind of mixes, so we have flour and sugars and things like that, so we can make things from scratch. And then we carry this. I punched some holes into it, so that has also some vegetables that don't need to be refrigerated. We've got some oranges and potatoes in there, nuts, avocados, tomatoes, that sort of thing. Back here I have some cereal, just crammed, and it's got some, she likes almond milk for her coffees and stuff, so when we run out of the fresh stuff, she's got some pantry type things. So it's basically our pantry here, except for our canned goods. I'll show you our canned goods next, but that's an awful lot of food. So like I say, if we run out of the fresh stuff, we can eat out of our pantry quite a bit, end up eating a lot more carby food, not as much protein, and fresh vegetables, eggs, that sort of thing. But we can catch fish and crab out here, so can get some protein that way. And as far as bathroom stuff, I won't show you all the bathroom stuff, but we have 2, they call them heads on boats, and both have deep cupboards on each side, so we can cram all our toilet paper and bathroom stuff in there. And then there's even a second one with the same sort of deep cupboard, so easy to stock up on that for long trips. There's more storage straight under here. There's a big cavern in there. That's where I keep paper towels and things like that. It's a nice dry spot. And then I use this little area down here. This little area, I just use it to recycle my cans and things. Next over here, there's kind of a bench seat. You can take the tops off, or you can get through from sliding doors below. This side is our pharmacy, so Anne's got everything sorted out into different boxes. And then this side is mostly canned goods and bottles of stuff, pop, that sort of thing. See, there's just a ton of room for canned goods, so we have all sorts of canned goods in there, and then different pops. And then we have wine and booze over here. So that stays pretty steady. It doesn't come out of there or anything. It's got sliding doors here. But you can hold an awful lot of stuff under those benches there. There we go, back together. We actually don't sit much over there, so it tends to become a place just to throw stuff. As far as cold food storage goes, we have this NovaCool 12 volt or 120 volt AC refrigerator. It holds quite a bit. I'll show you in a second. Then I also carry this, I think it's an Aqua Power. I think it's about a 42 liter fridge freezer. So I set it to freezer mode, so it's at -4 Fahrenheit. And we stick lots of meats and things in there, frozen vegetables. Let's pop it open and show you. There you go. You can see it's packed full of meat, frozen vegetables, have some breads on top. And it stays down in the engine compartment. I did try keeping it up on the flybridge, but the fan on it makes quite a noise in the compressor, so you're sitting up there trying to have a nice, quiet, peaceful drink of coffee or whatever beverage up there, and you keep hearing that thing running. So put it down in the engine compartment where we can't really hear it. And when we're underway, I move it back behind there so it doesn't fly around in there at all, but it's worked out well. And here's the main fridge. It's a pop and beer, milk, etc. More meats, and just cram packed. We just did on a big reprovisioning trip. Cheeses, vegetables, more vegetables. And then it does have a freezer. It's kind of wussy though. You see why I carry that other freezer. So it's not much of a freezer there. But it actually holds a lot more than my RV fridge. It's quite deep in there. Another way we can get some extra food is by fishing. So we have a couple rods here. I don't like to jig for bottom fish, or even you can jig for salmon. We caught a couple cohos the other day. And also up there right now I have a trap in. So we drop a crab trap and catch usually a Dungeness or red rock crabs in there. As far as water goes, below here on each side there's 60-gallon tanks for 120 gallons. Fill it up through the deck here. And then I also, if we're going to go on an extended travel without fresh water, like up here it's hard to get water, I fill up this 60-gallon bladder and just put it on the deck there. And then when the tanks go down 60 gallons, I transfer it over into our onboard tanks. Drinking water, we have a couple 5.5-gallon jugs. We have 3 of these, and then there's also another little water bag there. And I can also take that water that I got at a marina. It's pretty good, but I can run it through a 3-stage filter that I have right here and resupply our drinking water if we run out of drinking water. There's also this 20-liter sack here. It's kind of a shower. Up here though, it's not really warm enough to heat it up unless we get a nice warm sunny day, but that's extra water that I have as well. For fuel, we've got on board a couple 125-gallon diesel tanks, and we can go, I think, 800, like maybe 1,000 miles on that, so fuel isn't too much of a problem. I carry a couple gas cans, a couple jugs there. You can see one is for the dinghy motor there. It also has an onboard tank on it, and then also I can plug that in to run the dinghy motor. And then I have more fuel for, we carry a generator get a lot of cloudy days up here. Might need to run a generator, so I have a 2,000 watt generator that I can run sort of fuel in its tank as well. So fuel, we can go quite a long time as far as that goes. As far as garbage goes, I use the area under it called the lazarette. There's a deep storage in here under this steering mechanism between my two water tanks, and I'll double bag it and just put it down in there. It stays quite cold down there. It's down next to the water, so we don't get any smells or anything. And then the next time we hit a marina or something, I can get rid of our trash. And finally, we have a little area here that we keep stuff we're grabbing all the time. Dirty dishes right now. And there's also this little cupboard in here that will have spices and things like that. Stuff we're getting to use all the time. Keep it handy. Anyway, that's about it. It's sort of how we provision for our longer trips into remote areas, so we don't have to double back all the time to get groceries. So we can go quite a few weeks before we need to get back and hit a marina. Lots of water, lots of food, lots of fuel. Till next time, I'm Ray from Love You RV and Boat. Cheers, everyone.